I was up there at that mountain yesterday, up there on the right, just at the foot of it, when I couldn't get a Facebook connection. So many fewer people saw yesterday's sunrise stroll and chat, which had some beautiful moments of sunrise, which I actually came to appreciate more because some people did screenshots and posted them on their own social media. I just couldn't resist this sky. We don't have a sunrise yet. It probably won't be here for another 10 minutes, but I thought you'd like to see that. And the light's very special. It's amazing the impact of clouds in the changing season towards winter, and how this changes the light a lot. It's not sunrise, but it's really beautiful. Dawn is also nice. There were some nice colors earlier. We're going out through here, so just be patient. Then another feature was offered today on Facebook to add a link that people can check while we're live. I'm not sure if that's going to stay afterwards when the video is posted after the live stream, but I decided to add in the one for the readings. Just curious to know if that works. It's an additional feature that would enrich our conversation if we were to introduce different links pertinent to the live stream. Don't you like that sky, people? There are so many variations in nature, so many variations in all the life forms, in the natural forms, the natural stones and rocks and soils, in the flowers, in the plants, in the fruits. It's really amazing. It fills you with wonder. And we're switching pages today, switching books. Today we have the Maccabees, and that basically dominates the last days of the liturgical year as a first reading. Got our purple heron. You can see how the water is much more agitated. And there's very little wind. There's a little wind, but I really don't know the movements of the Sea of Galilee that well. That's another fascinating thing, the whole life of sea and water bodies, oceans, undercurrents. And we're heading into a full moon, which probably has its effect on all of that. Some people cut this and left it just like that. Unfinished job. But look at it. Oh, of course it fell out when they cut it. But that thing is an aggressive growth that takes over. And these also. And that's what happened with Alexander the Great, an aggressive growth that took over. Imagine at the age of 33 having conquered such a vast expanse of land. A little bit like Napoleon did, and then it all collapses so fast. He dies at 33. Oh, there looks like we have sunrise. Yeah. Let's get it out of the scrub here. You see the sun there? And so we call him Alexander the Great, but there's a lot of disaster left after him. Humanity has been impressed by his incredible military accomplishments, but what did it mean? It meant to suppress peoples. How many people were killed in the process? How many of his own soldiers? It's a tame disc, and the light is not with the cloud, it's a little shield over it. Definitely much brighter than the moon, but much softer than the normal sun disk. And then in his death, so many forces take over. His whole empire splits into different regions. What was the point of it all, you know? And people who were reared on conquest of other peoples, then what are their goals going to be? And political expediency, calling for a homogenization of cultures, an imposition of power. As if the suppression of peoples is the way to bring unity. So many ideologies have sought that. Unity has to come from the heart. From inside the human being. We can tie 15 or 16 sticks together and we can have a bundle of sticks. And we have one unit. But the unity we crave for, the unity we desire is within our own person, to be unified. Our mind and our heart and our imagination and our history, our present, our future, to bring about that reconciliation. And in the unity between people in a family, the unity of a family, mother and father, children, grandparents, uncles and aunts, cousins, siblings. And that can't be imposed. And it's a very poor unity if it's done for financial gain. Then its strength is just money. And in this political unity that's imposed, obviously there are people also among the Jewish people who want it, and they relinquish their own identity. And this book recounts how their covenant was broken, the terrible abomination, the denial of the covenant. The book of Maccabees is the youngest history of the Jewish people in the Old Testament. It's very solidly historical. They can even work out dates of months and year and days for some of the accounts. It's within probably a century of Jesus' birth when it's written. It's recounting events like the one we read today, which is in 167, most probably, that event took place before Christ. It seems that the Roman Empire didn't have that policy of forcing a unity. They respected the different religions. Maybe they learned from Alexander the Great, from his mistakes, from his successors' mistakes, and they let each religion have their space, which was a problem then for Christianity, because since Christians didn't accept all the pagan gods, then it became a source of contradiction for the Romans. And Christians were actually called atheists by the Romans because they didn't believe in all the gods. They were without all those gods. They were atheists. It's interesting, isn't it? How terminology evolves. Don't you like that sky? Be sure to share it. Thanks for all the people who do share, because that gets it out to more people. And then it gets around and people can be at the Sea of Galilee in the morning and ponder scripture. There's a beautiful story in the gospel today about the Jesus in Jericho and the blind man. You know, in Mark's Gospel he's called Bartimaeus. And Luke's account more or less follows similar steps, and he's crying out for help. And the people try to subdue his cries. He's calling out to Jesus, Jesus, Son of David. He recognizes his person. Have pity on me, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. And they try to stop him. And then Jesus hears him and says, come, what do you want? What can I do for you? Isn't that an incredible question? The eternal Word made flesh incarnate looks into your eyes, and you can't see, of course, but he's looking into the inside eyes of the person as well. And he's saying, what do you want me to do for you? Wow! What do you want me to do for you? That was like the question Herod Antipas asked his daughter Salome, what can I give you, even half my kingdom? I want the head of John the Baptist on a platter. You know, when Jesus says to you, what can I do for you? Do you have an answer? Are you ready now to ask what you really, really want, what you really need? What do you really need? Lord, that I may see. And he received the gift of faith. eyes were opened because he had faith. And he followed Jesus because now he saw reality. And the conclusion, and the crowd gave praise to God. And that was the Christian community developing, calling out to Jesus, having their eyes opened, their minds opened, becoming disciples, and everybody giving praise. A new unity from the inside, from the heart, where there's neither Jew or Greek, where there's neither Gentile and pagan, where there's neither man or woman, where there's neither this race or that race. The unity of the human being, the unity of the community, the unity of mankind, made in the image and likeness. Well, people, we're almost at the end of our normal direction here. I probably went over time, but this sky is such a delight. So I think we'll call it a morning. And this was a great delight to be with you here this morning in this beautiful spot. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Lord, give me life and I will do your commands, as the psalm. Just imagine saying, Jesus, or hearing Jesus saying to you, well, what do you want me to do for you? Command me. Or ask me humbly. Ask me humbly what you want me to do for you. Wow. God bless you, people. See you later, alligators.